Time and time again, the brands that scale the hardest are the ones that understand their customers the best. Most people think they have it figured out. They look at their creatives, I'll ask them, who are you targeting in this creative? What's your avatar? They'll tell me something generic. 30 plus year old women who have back pain. Great. There's also a million different products, solutions, creatives that target the same thing. What makes yours stand out? Nothing. Makes sense why your ads aren't scaling to where they want to be, right? The reality is that's not really an avatar. It's too vague. You don't understand your customer avatar. What are they going through? What are their day-to-day struggles? What have they tried that didn't work? What promises are they sick of hearing? These sort of things be even more specific, because there's only two ways you win. You either win through a better product. Most of you guys don't have that. Then we need to niche down on the avatar. Ideally, yeah, both. The avatar, regardless, needs to be nailed down, because the gap between who you think it is and what it really is, it bleeds into every single thing you do. From your creative strategy, CRO, offers, customer retention, every single thing. And the big players in ecom know this, right? You won't be able to scale to 8-9 figures just with something super generic. Specificity will make your offer be one of one and bespoke to your customers. You convert a lot better. So in this video, I'm going to break down how do you actually find these custom avatars, how do you validate them, so you can stop guessing around when you create your creatives. Let's jump in. Okay, first of all, what is the problem? A lot of you guys are in copium right now. You think you understand your customers and you figure out, hey, I haven't hit a winning ad in months. Winning ad being one that takes majority of spend and actually scales you. So most people think that avatars is just your demographic. 30 plus year old woman who has back pain. That's the demographic, not an avatar. If I asked you, bro, what type of problems do your customers vent to their friend about? Oh, I didn't know audience would need that. Bro, what type of things do you think we're gonna say in the ad? The same things they vent about. What competitor products have they tried? No clue. Also things that we're gonna mention in the ad. The thing is, if you're struggling to come up with ad concepts, most cases you just don't understand your customer that well. Because for us, you don't really need to just brainstorm a big creative to come up with ad ideas. All it is in ecom is problem solving game, right? Even same thing, fashion, problem solving. Separate video. What do your customers talk about? What do they vent about? What day-to-day scenarios do they struggle with? It's the same exact thing you're going to mention in your ad. What do they say online? How do they complain about their problems? What type of language do they use? Just use that in your ad. That's why an avatar is important. For me, I understand that you guys don't know this. How? I understand this avatar well enough. I've been in the show. I've done the research. I know you guys are stuck here. I've had many calls. Dudes will tell me, hey, I didn't know audience go that deep. Makes sense why you're not scaling, bro. So, let me show you what a real avatar looks like first. First of all, this is what a broad avatar is. It's just the demographic. Let's say you told me it's 30 plus year old woman, back pain. So broad, it's hard for you to really target such a broad avatar at first because so much competition. Big brands, billion-dollar brands, millions of different brands out there already. It's hard for you to get any leverage inside here unless you have a superior product, right? So let's say you're selling an at-home recovery tool. The avatar isn't just 30 plus year old woman with knee pain. As an example, let's say our avatar's name is Sarah. She got out of knee surgery, we said took care of physiotherapy. Didn't work. Now she wants a holistic solution that actually fits in her day-to-day life. You know what she's tested before, what she's looking for. Now we go into more relatable scenarios. Oh, what are her day-to-day struggles? She can't ice skate with her friends anymore. She likes to ice skate or do sports, whatever it is. And she's frustrated that she can't do that anymore. So that was part of her identity, right? Of course, I can go way deeper into it. This is just an easy example for you guys to understand first. We want to cover that pain, that failed attempts, what they actually want, the day-to-day struggles, because we want to relate to our customers as much as possible. So imagine if you were to get out the shower and you see an ad, they just ask you, bro, just got out the shower? Like, yo, that's crazy. That's the level of depth we need. Let's say in the moment of need, you're thinking of something already. And I have an ad that calls out exactly your day-to-day struggles, so what you're dealing with, here's the solution. Of course, you're gonna buy that over something generic. That's the level we need to get to with our ads and creatives. Okay? So, simple one, how do we actually figure out this avatar? Right? You need to look at, it's all based on customer research. What type of content does she consume? What does she spend her free time on? What hobbies are restricted by her problems? These are things we figure out. Next, how do we actually figure all of these out? Good question. Research. So there's many ways for you to find and do research. I gave you a few easy examples, but the exact ways of how we do it is much, much more in-depth. It's more covered inside our Evolve program. So let's say you go through Amazon one-star reviews, Reddit threads, niche forums, condition-specific groups. So let's say go on reviews, okay? What are people saying here? Oh, they're saying the other things that they've tried have issue with their unpleasantly surprised, serious pain, couldn't get the brace off the knee fast enough. This knee brace caused them pain. Okay, maybe that's something we should mention. Oh, we go on social media because maybe that's where our avatar spends the most time on, depending on your demographic. Okay, they're using this for what? Post-knee surgery. Maybe there's an angle that not a lot of people are targeting. Post-knee surgery recovery for our knee braces. Oh, great. Or even you go to the Reddit forums. Okay, people are talking about post-operation knees hurt. Now I can go even more specific. Is there any, what conditions do they face while they're going through the recovery? Do you want to target them not being able to go about their job? Or do you want to target them not being able to go and play sports? It's many different things. They're all very different avatars. Even niche specific terms. Patella tendon graft. Regular person, no idea. But if you were to target someone with this, they'll be like, that's exactly me. Right? So from our big, broad avatar, it goes much, much more specific. And if you're just getting started out, if you're selling to Big Five, realistically, you should try to go as specific as possible, then you go broader out, right? So let's say you get started first. Okay, great. I target people who have post-knee surgery, who have patella tendon graft. Now someone who sees that the thing is exactly just for them, right? Many points you can do research. The answer always is to do research in as many different places as possible, not just one. So Google wherever you can think of, really. And underrated one is just to DM buyers, ask them what are their concerns, And what's surprising, I had a friend who does 9 figures a year, and he has it himself and his whole team cold call their customers still, just to ask them how is everything going, getting survey results. That's the importance of customer research and understanding your customer. Guy does 9 figures a year, he still does it, has all of his team do it. Right? As the deeper you are willing to go in the trenches to learn about your customer, the more of an advantage you will have over your competitors. Competitors are going to use very generic phrasing, while you can be even more specific. Right? You can even target your competitors, they have tried them but they suck because why? Now you use that as an angle of why you're even better. Right? So do research as many places as possible, do surveys as well, ask your customers, call them, DM them. Pay attention as well to the kind of phrasing customers use. This is a big one. It can be very, very minor things. You'll be surprised. The way a 20-year-old and the way a 50-year-old say things are very different. Although both of them have knee pain, of course, maybe the younger person, they want more competitive running. The older dude just wants to run for fun or whatever it is. Very different avatars, very different phrasing, very different. Although it's the same problem, let's say they both have patella tendon graft. Though the day-to-day scenarios are very, very different as well. It's very different avatars, right? And the phrasing they use is very different. If I was targeting 50-plus-year-old, I wouldn't use TikTok-specific phrasing. I'll look for, 50-plus-year-olds, maybe they're on Facebook groups or Amazon, wherever it is. What type of terms are they using? How do they form their sentences? You want to sound exactly like your customer. So, also, post-purchase surveys are great as well. You can set it up on Shopify after someone purchases, through email as well. Eventually, you start to notice patterns. Some recurring frustrations, specific phrases people use, broken trust markers as well, things that people don't like, repeated product claims that they no longer believe. These are all points that you can leverage in your messaging, in your creatives, offer, page, whatever it is. Very, very strong. If I were just to tell you in this video, I'm going to teach you how to get rich quick, you wouldn't believe me. It's such an overplayed term, right? Now I just told you more specifically. For brand owners doing this who want to get better creatives because they suck, they don't know who the avatar is, etc. Going deeper into it, understanding the frustrations, the phrases that you use. If the same thing you can apply making you creative, it will bang. Now you know that, how do you actually apply the avatar insights in your strategy? This old dude here, how are you going to target him for knee pain? So, first of all, like we said, use avatar language is huge and real buyer experiences. It shouldn't just be when you create the ad or landing page, just things you brainstorm off. Really, you're using things that people have already said. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You acting as if you were one of them. What were you gonna say? That's what you're gonna do, right? In your pre-render to build belief before the product ever shows up, right? This is for your landing page. Same thing applies for your creatives. So every single thing that they have done. Let's say when you create your creatives, right? I tell you a specific scenario to start, or even landing page. Hey, do you have this patella tendon graft or post-op surgery, whatever it is? You're hooked in already. If I tell you something irrelevant afterwards, it's like, okay, if I tell you, do you have this solution? You might not believe me right away. Belief is what builds trust. Trust builds convergence. After that, I followed up. Okay, you have this problem. I give you more relatable scenarios. You try this. I know you failed. This is why it's failed. It's because it doesn't have this solution that solves the core problem. But this new revolutionary thing might work because it solves it, whatever it is scenario you can think of, that's what is going to solve your problem, right? Same thing in this exact video. I know you tried your creative, you start spamming your creatives already, nothing worked. You threw shit against the wall, nothing worked. Probably because you actually never figured out who you're targeting. Probably why, right? So, same thing in your creatives, do that and target it into their current beliefs. They don't think that it's going to work for them, or they don't believe in medical stuff. Maybe you can target them from more holistic wellness angle as well. You figure this out through doing your research. Then you use your avatar language, real buyer experiences to build belief, like I mentioned. Like over here, right? Knee braces for arthritis, what to know. This is a research piece. So let's say a knee brace for arthritis support that may reduce kneecap pain and improve a person's mobility and confidence. Let's say I figured out what's the word for it. From this piece of research, I'm going to target the same exact problems mentioned here in my creatives or landing page, just because I did the research behind it. So from this, we can turn the most common objections into hooks, like I just demonstrated with you right now. Patellar tendon, whatever it's called, that's not my hook, because that's what you are facing. You'll be stopped. Same thing. It's what Homer used to do back in the day when he used to run his own ads for a gym launch. He would just target and say in the hook, "Are you a gym owner?" And then followed by him riding a horse or something ridiculous. That's all it is, right? How can you target someone within the hook? Then also separate topic. I have a different topic for different video for hooks. But the whole point of it is that to target who you want, you need to call them out as specific as possible. Then, like we mentioned, the creative, everything you show to everything that you say in the script is just what the buyer has lived through already. Of course, when I tell you, the solutions that has failed for you, I'm just not gonna just tell you. I'm gonna show you in the creative what things you have failed with, PTs or whatever expensive thing it is. It needs to be congruent, right? I can't just say one thing and show you something else. Same thing from the landing page, for the creative to the landing page as well. The landing page can't say something different. I'm tagging this patella tendon thing in the creative. My landing page can't just say it's for arthritis. Totally different things. But if they're the same, and it's the same user journey, the same solutions that they have tried, the same things that have failed in more detail, it's going to convert a lot better. So if you're stuck in testing loops, if nothing's sticking, it's because you're running from assumptions, not intel. This is how you get intel. You want to target this dude, make him believe that your product is one-of-one, bespoke to him. And even if it's the same generic product other people are selling, the way you phrase it, the offer, is now very, very different, right? Because the offer is not just what is 2 buy 2 free 1. The way you frame things, the way you set up the expectations, also make up the offer. Now he thinks instead of just having knee pain, he thinks he's gonna be able to, enjoy his youth and run again. Very different desire compared to just knee pain, right? Yeah, we all figure this out to understanding your customer avatar even more. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys found this video helpful, leave a like and comment on any other questions you may have. And if you're already doing over 100K per month and you want more ecom source of how to scale your brand, creative strategy, offers, hiring, CRO, or maybe you just want to connect with other high-level brand owners. We run a community of 300 plus brand owners doing anywhere from 6 to 8 figures per month. We're always active in there answering questions. We're also leaking all the source we use to scale to 100K days and everything we're doing now to scale to a consistent $1 million days. If that sounds like something that will benefit you, I'll leave the link below. Besides that, thanks for watching.